In this video, we'll learn about some of the new render elements introduced in V-Ray 5.1, including V-Ray AO, Sheen, and Coat. I don't have any material with the Coat component in this scene, so let's open up the material editor. Pick the material for the big ball and the small balls. Let's, for the big ball, set the coat amount to 1, coat roughness to 0, and IOR to 1.4. And for the small balls, set the coat amount to 1, glossiness to 1, and IOR to 1.4. Now let's open up the render setup window and go to the render elements tab. Let's add the new V-Ray AO or ambient occlusion render element. Then add coat filter, coat glossiness, reflection, and specular as well. And finally look for sheen filter, glossiness, reflection, and specular. Both coat and sheen have the raw render elements as well. I'm just going to quickly talk about the main ones and avoid the raw elements. Now let's run the IPR. The first one is V-Ray AO, which basically creates an ambient occlusion pass with some self-explanatory options. Then we have the coat render elements, coat filter, glossiness, reflection, and specular. Coat filter is similar to reflection filter, and it stores reflection information calculated from the V-Ray material coat layer. Coat glossiness stores a float number with the values set in the coat glossiness parameter in the V-Ray material coat layer. Now, coat reflection render element stores indirect reflection information calculated from V-Ray material coat layer. The coat specular render element stores the direct specular reflection or highlights information calculated from the V-Ray material coat layer. Now, the sheen filter render element stores reflection information calculated from the V-Ray material sheen layer. Sheen glossiness stores a float number with the value set in the sheen glossiness parameter in the V-Ray material sheen layer. Sheen reflection render element stores the indirect reflection information calculated from the V-Ray material sheen layer. And sheen specular render element stores the direct specular reflection or highlight information calculated from the V-Ray material sheen layer. Okay, so those are some of the render elements introduced in V-Ray 5.1, which can make the compositing process more robust. Now, before wrapping up, let me just quickly mention some of the other features introduced in V-Ray 5.1. The first one is Chaos Cosmos, which is included with V-Ray, and you can open it up using this button here in the toolbar. Now, due to strict security measures in our office, I don't have access to internet on this machine to show you in real time, but Chaos Cosmos is a collection of ready-to-use 3D assets, lights, and HDRIs, and you can simply drag and drop the assets to 3ds Max and develop your scene using them. V-Ray GPU also comes with some important updates. Out of Core Rendering now supports all V-Ray GPU features, allowing any scene to exceed GPU memory for textures and or geometries. V-Ray GPU now supports V-Ray Light Cache completely. V-Ray Instancer now supports Thinking Particle as source. And V-Ray CryptoMatte render element now supports multi-sub-object materials. It's a wrap, folks. So that's about V-Ray 5.1. I really appreciate it if you could rate the course. That would really help us out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next update.